What's up, y'all? Kyle Hamilton here. I want to give a quick shout out to Lucas, Connor, and Ryan in the Week Zero podcast.
Jackson rolling out, 3rd and 7 after the penalty, and it's a completion to Kuma. He's still running. Kuma breaks free against a tire defense as the Hokies deliver the dagger here in Tallahassee. Empty look for Richardson. Oh, that is danger! Oh my! Keidron Smith cuts inside, and he's gonna pick six it in the swamp. Cat scratch Fever Smith.
DJ is picked off, intercepted again by Benjamin Morrison. Here goes Morrison down the sideline. Can he go? Yes, he can. Touchdown, pick six, Benjamin Morrison. Nix drops back underneath. Touchdown, Ducks. Wow. Chase Taylor.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Week Zero podcast, where it's just the three amigos. There was Dos Compadres. It was just Ryan and Phil on Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I had a date. Surprisingly, Josh was sick and Lucas couldn't be bothered.
Connor finally used his Riz for the greater good.
Funny thing is,
he says he doesn't have.
I really just still don't think I have much Riz. I mean, I'm a white
I
guy.
don't have much Riz. Hey guys, I can't do the podcast. I got a hot date.
It's not even really that. That wasn't even really that hot of a date, but
okay. I'm gonna tell her you said that.
I wasn't saying her. I was saying it was just a regular date.
Oh yeah. You ain't talking your way into that one.
Probably not.
Oh my
anyway,
gosh.
How are you guys doing? Josh,
Yeah.
You feeling better? I am, of course, your host,
better.
Connor. Top left box / what the fuck is Virginia Tech / Duke frat boy. To my right is Ryan. I can't see it because of this goddamn comments in the way. Ryan, sources? Fravel.
Oh my god.
I got it, guys. Stop touching it.
I'm trying to get rid of it. And, of course, below us is Josh brocking out Bryant, whose Steelers are getting the shit kicked out of them by the 2-10 Patriots.
I don't want to hear it.
Thank you for making the AFC North that much easier for the Ravens. I do appreciate it.
Hey, you guys are still going to choke it away. I don't know what you're talking about.
Honestly, probably. I would not be that surprised if that did actually happen.
Keep flashing that comment. By the way, this is my college roommate at Illinois State. He's a big Michigan fan, so he's been tuning in.
God, I can't even. Stefan, just we have to deal with his shit twice a week, and he is so fucking annoying. I can't even imagine him being your roommate.
Being a roommate?
Hey, I won.
This guy?
Back then, Josh, it was completely opposite because Notre Dame beat me. We were roommates when Notre Dame played Michigan back in 2018. And we had a bet. So side story, but we had a bet.
No surprise.
Nobody wanted. No, I didn't want to. Neither one of us wanted to do our fucking laundry. So the rule was.
Never mind. That sounds like you're made for each other.
So we made a bet. So basically, the loser of the bet had to wash the other dude's laundry. So yeah, Notre Dame won, so he had to drag that shit all the way down to the washer.
He probably just threw that shit out and just bought you new clothes instead. He's just like, fuck this, I'm not touching this shit.
All right, guys. Before we go any further, just gonna apologize to everybody watching. I do have a cold. I'm gonna do my best to mute my mic when I'm coughing and anything else.
Josh has the vid.
I don't have the vid.
No, Ryan had the vid and then had a collapsed fucking lung.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan tried to die.
Yeah, Ryan tried to die to get out of being here.
You know what? I should have posted. I should have said, I'm not going to go too much.
Why didn't you just use that?
You want to fire me when I just got a collapsed lung? Damn, you are.
Yeah, exactly. You should have used that. It's like, you seriously going to collapse? You're seriously going to fire me when I'm sitting,
I was posting shit from my hospital bed. You did.
No, that's what I'm saying. You should have said, I'm in a hospital right now. There's not much else I can do. I'm in the hospital with a collapsed lung. You're
That's terrible.
me because of this shit. Yeah, Ryan got fired from the.
Oh no! We're not gonna say that.
Connor.
Man.
I'm glad he got muted.
All right, guys. What's the news this week? Let's get to it.
Yeah,
everybody's running away already.
That's because I'm very loud. And I'm tired.
So let's first things first. Let's talk about your boy, Josh. Kentucky gets their quarterback, Brock Vandagriff, committed to the Wildcats, backup quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs, was a former 5-star recruit in the 2021 class. So,
he froze. Excellent.
He froze. Ryan's not usually the one who freezes. It's like
that's wild.
Anyway, Josh, so you got your guys as quarterback.
Yep.
How are you guys feeling?
Pretty good, honestly. We see Brock Vandagriff as a talented guy. Not quite talented enough to start at Georgia, but that's good enough for us. Honestly, it's exciting to have that kind of taken care of as soon as possible.
What's going on? I'm going to pull this up because so we can show the people.
Okay. But, yeah, just excited to have him. There we go. Very nice.
So we got the committed graphic, but Josh,
from on three.
Yeah,
that is from on three. We did not make that.
We did not make this. So yeah, make sure that's evidently clear.
Anyways, just excited to see him get some practice under Liam Cohen. I really think he's a big part of getting these quarterbacks. And James Monroe, okay, buddy. That's cool. Hey, just a question. Hey, no, seriously, just a question, huh? JJ McCarthy, how many passing yards does he have this season? Granted, he didn't need to. How many passing yards does he have? You can't seriously think he's going to go
Florida State
high in the draft.
In 3 games had more passing yards than McCarthy has had the last 3 games. So
I'm not going to listen to James Monroe.
But I can also see that's the reason why he's not in the Heisman, because he can't pass for shit.
No, I'm not going to say that because he has an insane completion percentage.
What are his stats anyway, actually?
I don't know, but he did throw 3 interceptions versus Bowling Green. Just saying. JJ got more than Brock. Yeah, I hope your starting quarterback has more passing yards than a backup quarterback. I hope so. That's not the flex you think it is, man.
That'd be a serious problem.
That would be a serious problem.
So
I'm really trying to figure out how Michigan fans know what an elite quarterback looks like.
74.2
figure it out.
completion percentage.
So,
what is Michigan's?
Connor, let's kind of, because we're getting all over.
Oh, I know I am. Hold on.
Again.
Here we go. He said, "You're excited, not me." Yeah, I know. I am excited, but you're shitting on me for being excited. Like, what's that about? Anyways, I'm happy to get a 5-star quarterback. He was a top 25 recruit when he came in, and I'm excited. He's got 2 years of eligibility left. That's huge. We've got Cutter Bowley and Stone Saunders coming in as freshmen in the next 2 classes. They're going to get some time to learn Liam Cohen's offense. I feel like this was Kentucky's dream get for quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, I followed him a couple years ago in the 2021 class because he was a big Notre Dame target. Of course, everyone in the country wanted him back then. But Josh, I was kind of wondering, as a Kentucky fan, what is the feeling with this? Do you guys think over there in Kentucky land, this kind of elevates where you guys are in terms of the SEC standings next year? Or is this just kind of buying your time till Cutter Bully can go?
So it's too early to tell, honestly, because they still have to play the games. They still have to go through an entire off season. There's still going to be all that. I really think that this is a step up talent-wise at quarterback that Kentucky has not had in the past. And I just think that, like James said, is he's got the tools. He's got the coaches there that can help him elevate his game. So I just, for me to say that this elevates Kentucky, like Kentucky's standings in the SEC, I don't think it does. We don't know that until the games start being played. But we did get the schedules released. Oh yeah, a nice little rollout pass. We did get the schedules released, believe yesterday for next season.
Yep.
Yeah. So the SEC released their schedules yesterday for the 2024 season. So those should be accessible as well. And we play Georgia week 3 at home. And that's going to be should be
week
3.
Really early.
Yeah, so that should be I hope that's a good game. I really do. I expect them to win, but I hope that's a good game.
This was kind of the ginger to remember. This was kind of like one of those guys where I really think this kind of elevates Kentucky. I think it does. I know that he's unproven, hasn't played much, but I don't think that enough people are talking about this kid sat at Georgia for 2 years and developed. And what's one thing we can say about Georgia since Kirby Smart's been there is when they get time to develop guys, they're ready. So I think Vandagriff, being that 5-star recruit, obviously he has the talent.
As he fumbles the ball.
As he absolutely fumbled that ball.
Go back.
Yeah. No. Everyone saw it.
Yeah.
It was cartoony. Is it bad that I saw that and I thought,
just hit him in the hands, and he's just like,
Connor, is it bad that I saw that and thought, that'll belong in Kentucky?
That's just like such a Kentucky moment to have happen, though. Just like shit like that happen.
Yeah.
This is from 2021 spring game. He was a freshman at this point.
Yeah, you said he sat for 2 years, and then this said he was a freshman. So yeah, this is
he was a true freshman year, but this is the only film I could find on him that we can use without getting copyrighted. But I really like this for Kentucky. He was one of those guys where I kind of thought if Notre Dame was going to get somebody, I'd like him just because he's got 2 years. It's not a guy you have to guarantee the starting job to. You could probably, get away with saying, hey, it's a QB competition. But like I said, I think this raises Kentucky's level for next year. Ray Davis is coming back, I believe, right?
No.
He's not? Okay.
Ray Davis is gone.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy do a flip over
the hospital route right there? Yeah.
That dude literally did a somersault over the defender. Did you see it?
Yes, we all saw it.
Oh, okay.
You probably did not actually see it. But.
When's the last time you saw a Kentucky quarterback do a spin move?
When Levis was there.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah. He reminds me of Will Levis.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, I think this is really good for Kentucky. Go ahead, Connor.
Oh no! I remember I was just looking at JJ McCarthy's stats. You want to know what the single season touchdown record is for Michigan? Just guess. Just throw a number out there.
What, in passes or just total touchdowns?
Passing touchdowns in a single season.
Touchdowns? I don't know. 18.
Okay, it's not that much. It's not that few. I mean, JJ had 19 this year. It's 25.
Oh, 25.
And then you see QBs put up regularly 30 plus in other teams. Michigan is like just does not like to pass the ball, do they?
Yeah.
Hold on.
He said it's 18.
Hold on, I got this.
And JJ had 19 this year.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to show a comment here. All right, Stefan, we talked about this a while ago, a couple shows ago. It wasn't really, and we've learned more about it since. It wasn't really Stoops having one foot out the door. Stoops was offered a job.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He was offered the Texas A&M position, and he didn't take it.
Yeah, but at least
that's what we learned about that.
Just be careful, because this happened with Fuente and VT when Baylor came knocking. And
how long was
that car? That was only 3 years into Fuente being there.
Yeah, Stoops has been at Kentucky.
Yeah, but this is still when he still had a lot of good graces with the program for the most part. Like, this was still when he was 8-5. Was like that's I think he finished that season. So like the way he handled it, he didn't tell the program at all. He was just like, yeah, they brought me in to like do an interview, but he didn't like tell anybody about this. So when the news broke,
there wasn't even an interview.
Yeah, he
just offered him a position.
He allegedly.
Fuente, as far as we know, I think he got pretty dang close to actually.
That's the key word. That's the key word, is allegedly.
Yeah, he was allegedly. Well, I mean, Mark Stoops has come out and said he was offered the position at Texas A&M.
Dude, I saw the Tex Ags message boards when they found out he was getting hired.
The funniest thing I've ever seen. We don't want Mark Stoops. We don't want Mark Stoops. Hey, let's get that guy from Duke. You know, the less accomplished Mark Stoops kind of guy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's move on, guys.
So let me pull this up because I thought this was kind of interesting. So we'll talk about this guy next. Kyle McCord, Ohio State starting quarterback, will be entering the portal. It sounds like he's already. No. It sounds like he's already got a ton of preferred destinations. This list was put out yesterday, but some teams that Kyle McCord is interested in is Nebraska.
Let's go, Colin.
Let's go, Colin.
There you go. Colin, real quick, just put in the comments. Did you randomly just find us?
Yeah.
Like,
how'd you find us, Colin?
How'd you find? Like, how did you find us?
So this isn't the full list, but there are two other teams that are not on this list that have potentially came out. But his top 8 is Maryland.
Colin just randomly found us. Let's go.
Maryland, Syracuse, Pitt, Miami, Michigan State, Rutgers, and the other two that are not on here are Mississippi State and Nebraska. Those are his preferred destinations. It seems like Nebraska is the team to beat right now. Nebraska, actually, their OC just met with Kyle McCord yesterday, per On3, because I have to do that. So that's not from me, but that is from On3, just so that's clear. That's clarified. But what are your guys' thoughts on the potential landing spots for Kyle McCord, and where do you think he would fit best?
Go to Maryland.
I feel like he's kind of.
Go ahead, Josh.
Sorry. I feel like he's kind of aiming low, it feels like.
No, he's way aiming low. These all, this is not even
like Michigan.
Like second, or not even second tier. They're like third tier at this rate.
Mario Cristobal at Miami, Michigan State. Who's Michigan State's coach?
The coach they got from Oregon State, and I don't think he's going to go to Michigan State because Aiden Childs, who was, I can't think of the Oregon State coach, but he was his recruit at Oregon State, and he's following Jonathan Smith. Yes, so Aiden Childs was a 5-star recruit, went to Oregon State because of Jonathan Smith. He's following him to Michigan State, so Kyle McCord to Michigan State.
So you've got some other ones.
What I was thinking is, if he wants to play immediately, go to Maryland because Tualia's eligibility is done.
Pitt was terrible this year. Syracuse was bad this year. Did Syracuse fire their coach?
Yep.
Yes, but they still actually made a bowl. But they still made a bowl. They're actually 6-6. But he got fired because they were on they were 4-0 and then lost like 5 or 6 straight. So
yeah, Rutgers is a pretty good football team.
I wouldn't mind that.
But they've already got their quarterback in Gavin Wimsatt. So that's where
I just did a lot of these places don't make sense for me.
Dude, I saw Wimsatt play. He cannot throw the fucking ball. He also
doesn't have receivers.
4 of 11 for like 40 yards against Virginia Tech. The only reason they won is because they ran the ball all over the place.
No, I understand, but it's also Rutgers. But Josh, where do you think out of those 8 spots, if you're McCord, I know, like you said, you don't think so, but where do you think is the best fit for McCord?
So what are the 2 that aren't on here? Mississippi State and
Nebraska.
I don't think any of them. I mean, maybe Miami, but if he wants
this is like a list of where can I transfer to, and I know I won't have to fight for a quarterback spot.
That's what I'm saying. That's he's like
it really feels like he's shooting low. If this is a legitimate list, this really feels like he's shooting low. It doesn't feel like it's a legitimate list.
Well, from everything I've seen from Ohio State beat writers, he kind of, when he's looking at a place he wants to go, he kind of wants to go to a place that's not pressure filled, and not where he's going Tennessee. To be because it's the reason Kyle McCord is leaving. The reason Kyle McCord is leaving is because of the way
the unrealistic expectations
at Ohio
State fans.
Yes.
Yeah,
at Ohio State.
So cool. I think if he wants to go somewhere,
I realize that that's how it's always going to be there. But why do I get the feeling with this whole thing? This is like the beginning of the what's his name? The guy who who was also at Ohio State and then transferred out and kept transferring to different places because he kept getting beaten out. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? He was an Ohio State QB as well.
Tate Martell.
Yes, thank you.
That was a lot different though. Kyle McCord started a whole season and went 11-1 as a starting quarterback in college football. That's the thing is I've tried talking to Ohio State fans, be like, dude, Kyle McCord was not the only reason Ohio State lost to Michigan. Ryan Day, to me, Ryan Day is the reason they lost to Michigan.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the thing is I think Kyle McCord, don't get me wrong, Kyle McCord is not a guy that's going to go out there and win a Heisman Trophy. He's not a guy that I think can lead a team to the college football playoff. I don't think he's that level. No. I think if he has the right parts around him, he's a quarterback that can get you there.
Was he a true freshman last year? Was he a
McCord? No, he's a junior. So he's going into his 4th year.
He sat for 2 years because of
Stroud and Fields.
Stroud. Okay.
But he was a 5-star quarterback coming out of high school. So I think McCord is not Caleb Williams. He's not Michael Penix Jr. He's not Bo Nix, but I think he's that tier below.
He's more like a Carson Beck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put enough good pieces around him, and he'll win you a lot of football games.
Which I think the way he was treated at Ohio State was just wrong.
He wasn't okay. So first off, Ohio State made their own expectations for him. Kyle McCord was going to be better than C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
All right? That's what Ohio State fans said. And then when Kyle McCord was not better than C.J. Stroud because he had 1/3 the excellent receivers that C.J. Stroud had, it just, it didn't quite work out. And that's not to crap on Kyle McCord. He was a good quarterback. 11-1. That's fantastic. Yeah. It's just not good enough at Ohio State. And I don't want a player like Kyle McCord to think, well, I got to go somewhere like, Syracuse. I got to go somewhere where their old coaches got fired. The fans have no expectations. That way I can go in and play well and make a name for myself that way. He doesn't have to do that. Yeah. He could go and play at a Texas A&M, and he could start at Texas A&M. He could go somewhere like Florida. He'd start at Florida.
I almost wonder though if the way he was treated at Ohio State, if he just wants to go somewhere where he can play football and not have all the outside noise and all the pressure. And I think if you can tell by his top teams list, I think that's where he's looking to go, is just somewhere he can just go have fun and play football. And I think sometimes we treat these kids like
lefty.
We treat these kids like they're NFL players, and that they should, all of them should be first round picks. And when they're not,
look at this.
Yeah.
Bomb. Easy. He's a good quarterback.
Well, I mean, this is also Western Kentucky, but still.
Connor, you think Western Kentucky affects how he can throw a 55-yard shot?
No, but
I'm sorry.
It affects how wide open that one guy was.
I'm sorry. Okay. Just because it wasn't a contested throw.
Yeah.
Look at this. Hey, you saw that one.
That's a good throw. No, yes, that wasn't a catch though, but that was
that was the wasn't a catch.
That was the one. That was not a good catch. That was not a catch, but that was still a good throw.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is against one of Pro Football Focus's top 5 secondaries in college football.
No, and he was slinging it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he had a bad
job.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was a good play. Here we go. This one that's just the second. That was just your secondary being stupid. So.
Yeah. But I mean, I think he could go anywhere and be really good. Like I saw like this there was a dumbass take on Twitter. An Ohio State fan said that Kyle McCord is basically Graham Mertz.
That's a great throw. That was a great throw right there.
They said he was Graham Mertz?
Yes.
Graham Mertz. Graham Mertz still statistically had a good season this year, but
no. He's saying Graham Mertz at Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. Wisconsin Graham Mertz. Yeah. Okay. That's a much different story.
Like these throws are really good. Like
that's that sideline throw in the Maryland one just now. That was really good. Up his back foot.
That was not a good throw.
That was not a good throw. That was really bad.
That could have been a better one. But look at it.
Look at that. Boom, just right down the seam.
But yeah, I think Kyle McCord goes somewhere. I personally think a great spot for him, and a lot of people kind of agree, is Nebraska, because you're not going to have, the expectations.
You'll have expectations.
You'll have.
But if he goes to Nebraska, I think if you win Nebraska 9 games, 8 games, I think Nebraska.
They're gonna make a statue of him.
Yeah,
no. If
he wins 9, 10 games at Nebraska.
Look at that. That's a great throw right there.
Yeah, it's right where it needed to be. Like he's a good quarterback. He throws a good ball.
Is it just me, or is his motion a little weird though? Is that?
Yeah, let's see it.
It's a little weird.
It's different.
Maybe it's when I've seen him step up, because I've been.
Hey guys, Hey guys, let's talk about DJU, because both of them are hitting the portal too.
Yeah, who are the other guys you wanted to talk about?
Dante Moore. Dante Moore is supposedly going to Michigan. That's the rumor. What's DJU's rumors? What are the rumors?
It's Louisville or Florida State for DJU.
Which is weird because Louisville just got Tyler Shuck.
And it's Florida State.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be Tyler Shuck. So I mean, Florida State maybe. I don't know if he's going to be, have the same effect as Jordan Travis, but DJU is still a good passer. He had a good season this year. And I mean, Lucas even said that, statistically, that was a system that was more run oriented, because they still had Damian Martinez, and DJ, I think, had at least nearly 30 touchdowns.
I understand why DJ is hitting the portal, because his coach left.
Yeah, no, that's a totally understandable reason.
It's not a good look when you're at 3 different schools in 3 years.
Yeah. I don't think the Clemson one was his fault. I think
no. He got ran out of town.
No, he just got ran out.
Like my thing with Oregon State, DJU had a really good year at Oregon State.
No, he did.
People were acting like
that was a good throw.
Like when this came out, DJU to either Florida State or Louisville, it's looking like Florida State is the team that's going to get him, but which I personally think is a great fit. But I've seen Florida State fans, we don't want this guy. He sucked at Clemson and was trash at Oregon State.
What do you mean? Oregon State,
Like
he was not.
Like
I mean,
he had to go look at his stats, man. Like he.
Yeah, let me look up his stats.
And the thing about it, like people forget Oregon State, they don't have receivers and they're run first.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, okay, so his biggest knock definitely as a QB is his completion percentage. He has a career completion percentage under 60. He was at 57.1 this year at Oregon State, 180 for 315, not even 2,700 yards, 2,638, and 21 touchdowns. So, I mean, for like, you know, not being in a pass happy, I guess those numbers are good, but yeah, he's definitely not the most. He's not going to be like a Spencer Rattler with a high completion percentage or a Bo Nix either. So, but he's definitely still really good, I think.
Yeah. I think he would fit in really well.
The problem is that Florida State, he does not have the run ability of.
I think
he doesn't have the run ability of Travis.
Yes, he does. He's a running quarterback.
He can run the ball. Yes, he can.
Let me see.
He didn't have the rushing yards at Oregon State because
they had Martinez.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he only had 219 yards rushing for an average of 3.2 yards per carry, 6 rushing touchdowns, 68 carries, which I don't know if that's just obviously might include scrambles and whatnot.
Like I think DJU at Florida State. Like I don't know about you guys, but I think DJU at Florida State. They would be my favorites to win.
That's a good throw. Like that's a great throw. Look at that.
I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I can't say anything really bad about him, except for when he was at Clemson, and I think it's more of what Davos what he did.
Yeah,
I knew there was a reason I really liked Colton. Colton, watch out! This is gonna piss Ryan off. He hates. Get
it off. We're not talking about that yet.
Okay, real quick. Are we gonna actually stream that though on Saturday, or like are we gonna do that?
Probably, yeah.
Well, but the problem is
we'll do it.
The ceremony starts at like 8, and
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, Connor.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But my question to you guys is, like I just said, I think DJU at Florida State is a really good fit.
I feel like it's a good fit.
You know, Florida State has a bunch of young quarterbacks, and they maybe just need a 1-year rental to get those guys time ready.
Yeah.
But I think they can win the ACC again with DJU at quarterback. And I don't get where Florida State fans are all bent out of shape over this pickup, because I think DJU is better than most quarterbacks in the portal right now. And at Florida State, I think he's going to succeed.
Yeah, Stefan, I agree. I agree with you.
Too. Now, because DJ was also there because he was there. He looked good, 3 years ago at Clemson? 2 years ago, he's still there, but Tony Elliott has left, who's the offensive coordinator. He goes to Virginia, right? He then looks
that throw. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was insane.
He made a throw while falling down on his ass, but so he leaves, and then Cade Klubnik comes in and starts, and didn't look that good either. So I'm not sure if it's also because Tony Elliott was.
Yeah, he can't run. He can't run. He can't run.
Yes, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I'm just saying, like, it could be also, like you said with Stefan. It could be, Cade. Could be, Clemson just hasn't found a good OC replacement for Elliott.
Yeah.
Maybe. But then again, Elliott sucked as a head coach at UVA, so I have no idea.
Okay, all right.
So how do you guys overall? We'll go to the next one. Overall, though, how do you guys feel? DJU, FSU.
No, I think it makes. I think Tyler Shook going to Louisville. He's going to go to Florida State. I think that makes sense. Despite how this season's gone, despite what's happened with Louisville now losing 2 straight, I still think they're in a good spot. And obviously, Jeff Brom's shown he's a really good head coach. So why not Oregon? I mean, that's a good question, actually. I don't know, but because Oregon probably has a bunch of 5 stars coming in that they want to start anyway. But Dante Moore to the portal.
Yep.
Michigan.
Michigan?
Seems like Michigan is Michigan State are the two teams that are mainly mentioned in the Dante Moore sweepstakes.
We could do all right at Michigan.
If he goes to
think so,
Michigan
too.
State.
We could, and I know Michigan fans don't want him. At least Moose didn't want him.
Because I
Who's in
don't.
here?
Because
No, Kane.
Phil,
Yeah,
Phil
there
has
we go.
given,
There's
Phil has
the,
given his thoughts on it, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's
So
from Detroit. That would make sense why he would want to go to Michigan then. He'd be close to home.
Michigan or Michigan State. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Dante Moore, he played in 9 games, 53.5% completion percentage, 16,
Not a
1,000.
stellar season.
Huh?
Not a stellar season.
Yeah.
No,
He got benched midway through the year.
yards and 11 touchdowns to 9 interceptions.
Oh, just for the new people here, I'm a UCLA hater.
Yes.
100%. I will own that to the day I die. UCLA is a trash program. Absolute dumpster. Poverty. And the gold on their helmet's fake. I don't know what else I need to say.
They're not Notre Dame. They can't afford real gold.
They don't fill their stadium. They don't have fans who people like this stadium's 30 miles from the campus.
Now that they're in the Big Ten, it's gonna be.
Look at that! No! Did you see that? The top half of the stadium's empty because they're trash.
No, just like the Rams and the Chargers, both UCLA and USC, half their stadiums are gonna be full of visitors from the Big Ten for Ohio State, Michigan. Hell, even like Nebraska probably would. Hell, even Nebraska would probably fill it out. Okay, that's a good throw.
Yeah.
That was a good throw. But yes,
this was also against Coastal Carolina. This was his first career start.
Yeah, but Coastal was still good. You know what I mean? Like, as a group of 5 team, I guess. Wasn't this like?
This was week one. Week 1.
Week 1. Okay.
I don't know. Coastal's not that good this year.
Yeah.
They were
Coastal's 7-5. So.
Okay, never mind. They done
better.
better. No, right. They got me because they went on like a 6-game win
streak.
They
did. They went on a 6-game win streak and then got embarrassed at home by JMU.
Right.
So
okay. Anyway, I mean it's whatever.
What do we think about the Michigan connection? I know he's from the state of Michigan. It's kind of funny because Michigan was a team. Well, that was a home state team. Michigan never really had a shot with Dante Moore. He had no interest of going to Michigan. His top 3 at the time were top 4, sorry. Notre Dame, A&M, Oregon, and I believe UCLA. So, yeah, I mean, this is just kind of an odd fit, in my opinion. I think Phil's not here to give his thoughts. Phil said on Tuesday's show he does not want Dante Moore because he thinks that could screw up. They have a 5-star coming in Jaden Davis, and he thinks that if Dante Moore gets the job, Jaden Davis will either flip or transfer out immediately.
I mean, iron sharpens iron, man. If you have good quarterback fighting for a spot, you're going to get the best out of the 2, period.
Childs over Vandagriff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Next up, we got Dillon, Gabriel.
Isn't it Trevor?
Yeah, Trevor. Travis. I forgot.
Trevor.
Travis. Trevor and Travis.
Travis is with the injury to Trevor Lawrence. The Jags have been informed that they will not be making the playoffs by the end.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that the University of Florida Gators are standing in solidarity with FSU and not going to a bowl game this season.
Also, Josh, what's funny?
That's very brave of Florida. That's very brave of them.
Really Florida, Miami, for whatever reason, I don't get it. Florida and Miami Hurricanes fans make fun of each other so much. I think it's because they're both poverty programs at this point, and so it makes them feel better.
I love
shitting
how, yeah, I love
contest.
how they're not
Like,
taking their aggression out on their
like,
hatred of Florida State, but taking on each other because they have nothing to stand on. When Florida State was bad, they could all.
And they're all gonna play each other next year.
But what I thought was funny is I'm in a group chat with Hayes Fawcett from On3, and he was talking about it, and he posted a screenshot from a conversation he had with his source within the Florida football program, and he said, "What? Wait, this was unexpected. Why is ETN in the portal?" And the source quoted, "Quote: It wasn't Florida. He just wanted to win football games."
He should come to Kentucky.
Didn't ETN's the one that went off against Tennessee, right? He went nuts. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
He is a.
So I thought that was hilarious, and I knew Josh would love that quote. He just wanted to win football games.
Here's the LSU game.
Look at that. They never got me down.
No, watch. He'll go to Clemson. He'll go to Clemson and follow his brother.
I could see that.
He should go to Kentucky.
No,
Ray Davis is leaving. We need another one.
Oh, could you imagine him running against Florida
There's been
again?
nothing good for VT coming out of the portal. We've already going to be losing like 4 or 5 guys already. They're all starters.
I mean, did you see the? I don't know if you guys probably didn't see it, but there was a lot of like John going on when Ray Davis was at Vanderbilt this year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of John going on, a lot of first downs, a lot of all kinds of stuff going on there. Couple touchdowns. It was nice. I'll watch him go to Nebraska.
McCord and ETN go there.
Hold on. Colton. He said he wanted to win football games. Why would he go to Nebraska?
That's a guaranteed 6-6 season right there, baby. 6-6. That's how my rule is.
I remember 2-10 2 years ago.
I mean, yeah.
So, and this was Trevor earlier today when asked about it. He said, "I love the vision that they have as a program. I love Florida as a place, the atmosphere, the people. There are just some things you want to see for yourself in life. Winning."
You actually say winning?
No,
Oh,
no,
He
but like
didn't actually say winning. He put that in there. He put that in that.
It's just like in quotation, like hidden quotations at the end of the quote.
Yeah.
What I like about him as a runner, though, and I don't know if you'll see it here, he has good hesitation, but when he gets an open hole, he hits it at full speed, like right there, just gone.
So there's no potential landing spots for Trevor as of yet, but if there's anywhere, I know Josh said Kentucky, but if we're being unbiased for a second,
look at that nice little hesitation, jump cut, and boom.
If he wants to go to a contender, which is, it seems like that's where he wants to go, where do you guys see him landing? What are some places you think?
Well, real quick, these all black uniforms made me think that he's playing for South Carolina because I can't see any blue or orange on them, and it's really
blue in the helmets. But so another thing, Rocket Sanders also hit the.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here soon.
Yeah. But I just saw Arkansas out there, and I thought I'd say it.
I don't know. I mean,
so
if he wants to,
Connor, let Josh go first because we're kind of all over the place here.
Okay, sorry, guys. I'll take it a minute. I could see him going somewhere that's likes the run, somewhere like a Clemson, somewhere like I know I said it, and I kind of half said it jokingly. It's Kentucky. They could even use him at Louisville. They could use him.
Actually, no way.
A perfect place I thought of immediately because Missouri is going to be losing their star running back.
Mizzou.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mizzou would be perfect. Because he would also get used. He would also get used a lot as a pass back. I think that could help him a lot.
No, that's what Mizzou's offense was running, and then Schrader was a beast because he was just being used. He was used as like a Christian McCaffrey light. That's what he was at Mizzou. And
it's already been reported that Missouri is a team that's heavily interested in ATN's and getting him. So I think that would be a perfect fit for him.
Oh, look, Cody Schrader. Your computer was listening to you.
Yes.
His highlights.
Colton mentioned, or Stefan said LSU. I don't know if LSU, because Logan Diggs will still be there. He's their starting running back, and he's got another year. See, Bama. I honestly, Rocket Sanders has been linked to Bama. So I think that's more the route Bama will go. But I mean, Colton also brought up Wisconsin. He's come up in Michigan chat.
Trevor, I mean, is Corum and Donovan Edwards still both at Michigan, or is?
Yeah, well, I think Corum is out of eligibility.
Okay, so but it's gonna be Edwards next year.
Yeah, it'll be Edwards.
Okay, yeah. Now Michigan, unfortunately, Edwards showed he could be kind of a bell cow when Corum got injured last year. And yeah, I think maybe I'm not sure. I'll fully admit, obviously, I haven't watched enough Michigan to know whether Edwards is a good receiving back, coming out of the backfield like ETN is. But I think Missouri actually makes a ton of sense, honestly.
It really does.
You swap Schrader out for ETN, and you got pretty much the exact same thing. You still have Luther Burden, who was only a true freshman and was a beast last year, right? Will Rogers, the Mississippi State GOAT, Will Rogers to Washington?
Yeah, we'll talk about Will Rogers here in a second.
There's so much going on.
Rocket Sanders enters the portal, another SEC back, a guy from Arkansas that.
Oh, he was at Arkansas.
Crazy good.
I couldn't think of what team he was on.
So he's a guy that has entered the portal right now. It seems like Alabama, and is the team to beat for him. But where do you guys think Rocket Sanders goes, and do you think Bama's a good fit for him?
I mean, I'll fully admit I didn't watch that much Arkansas this year, but that was a very disappointing year for them this year. What were they, 4-8, something like that? So, but I mean, just watching him, he's got some moves. So,
actually, it was just announced that he's taking an official visit to South Carolina.
Oh, so KJ Jefferson's in the portal as well, right?
Yep. So, he will be taking a visit along with 5-star LT Overton from Texas A&M, and Jaden McGowan's.
And who is that from?
South Carolina Insiders.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very nice.
I think South Carolina would be an interesting, but I don't know if
because Rattler, he doesn't have any more eligibility.
Rattler's done.
Yeah, Rattler. Well, Rattler's already declared. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already declared. Okay.
Yeah. So Rocket Sanders.
The backup is. I mean, the weird thing. It's weird because South Carolina has lost all their kind of hype and momentum that they had coming off last year. This year was a disaster, really. What, they 5-7 or 6-6? Did they make a bowl?
5-7.
5-7, missed a bowl after going 8-4, beating Clemson, blowing out Tennessee, and having so much momentum coming into this past year, and then they just don't get it done. So it's an interesting spot, but obviously we were all surprised when Rattler went there. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know who their running back is at South Carolina.
Okay. So South Carolina would be a good fit. Obviously, Alabama would be a good fit for Rocket Sanders. Rocket Sanders is a back that you kind of just want. He's an extremely talented guy. He was really, for a short period of time there in Arkansas, and you remember him, not this past season, but the season before, just lighting it up. Just crazy stats for him. But he's hitting the portal, kind of getting away from Sam Pittman in Arkansas after this season. He did get injured this season. He was out for a little bit. Yeah, definitely a power back that I think fits. Alabama
to Florida State.
Yes, definitely. Maybe even Florida State. He could really get it done pretty much anywhere.
Yeah. All right. Will Rogers to Washington. We had a guy bring it up. Everybody and their mom is crystal balling Will Rogers to Washington. It seems like it's all but a done deal. I believe he took his official visit today. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's commitment is incoming at this point. So what do you guys think about this move for Will Rogers and Washington now with losing Penix and bringing in Will Rogers?
So
who of the wide receivers? Dunze is not going to still be there.
No, Dunze's gone. Polk is
gone.
probably gone. I think
McMillan's gone too.
I think McMillan's not gone. So we'll only have McMillan.
So Dunze's gone, but who else is gone?
Jaden Polk.
Oh, Polk, right? He's the other one. That's who I had on in fantasy. I mean, Washington's unfortunately going to obviously take a big step back, losing Penix and losing Odunze and Polk. But obviously, Rogers can sling it like crazy. I like it. It fits. I guess it fits right in with what Washington wants to do. Just try and be high-powered offense. Obviously, they got to fix that freaking defense, though. That's really what they should be doing. But that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, Josh, you're the resident SEC guy. What do you think do you like this move for Will Rogers? Do you think it's a good fit? And how does this affect Washington's outlook for next season?
So Will Rogers, we saw the year before last season, was putting up crazy numbers in an air raid offense under Mike Leach and RIP, RIP the Pirate. But we kind of saw this past season that really wasn't there, and I think that was just a part of Mississippi State not knowing who they were under
Did he get
their
injured?
Huh?
Did he get injured?
No.
Rogers? No.
Rogers? Because he only played 8 games. So either he got benched or he got injured. One of the two.
He probably got benched.
He probably got benched.
Yeah, I mean that's a precipitous drop.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing that could have happened for Will Rogers in his career was Mike Leach passing.
Yeah,
I think
because he went from 68% completion percentage, nearly 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 8 picks, to last year under 60% completion, not even 1,700 yards, 12 touchdowns. He regressed hard.
Yeah,
so,
and how much of that was Will Rogers' actual coaching, or how much of that was Mississippi State trying to change
the
offensive scheme?
Yeah.
So you got to think the offensive scheme has something just a big part to do with it. But I think at Washington they have the right offensive scheme. I'm not too worried about the pieces around him. If they're going to have him throw the ball 40, 50 times a game, that's what he likes. That's what he does.
And I think that's a perfect, I think that, people right now, because of his play this year, kind of be like, oh, well, Will Rogers, it's a good 1-year rental, but Washington's not going to be as good as what they were. Kind of like what Connor said. While I could see that, I think Will Rogers in that style of offense is where he can thrive. And I can honestly see Washington still being really explosive on offense, maybe not, 12-0, 13-0 Michael Penix level. But I mean, I could still see them being like 10-2, in that Big Ten conference, because I think Will Rogers fits in that scheme perfectly.
Yeah, Will Rogers. Will Rogers is like an accuracy by volume kind of guy.
Yeah, I wasn't just saying that they're just going to fall off completely and go, you know what I mean? But obviously, going to that style offense will help. It's helpful that other than Washington really doesn't have that bad of a schedule. I'm looking it up right now. Their toughest games are Michigan, Oregon, and USC, and Michigan and USC they get at home. Oregon's on the road, and that's the last game of the season.
So Connor, what I'm hearing is the kids are all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I was leaning a little too much into the fact that he just didn't do that well this year, but obviously you do have to think about how much of it was Mike Leach changing. Coaching change, the coaching philosophy, obviously, as well. That can obviously.
I think he will not only fit at Washington. I think he will thrive at Washington. I think it's an insanely good spot for him.
I think it's one of those where he transfers to Washington. Everyone kind of thinks of it as like an afterthought. And then by the end of next year, we sit here and say, well, you know what? When we look back on the biggest portal additions, Will Rogers was one of those, best additions in the country.
It's the perfect move for Washington, moving to a new conference, trying to keep their explosive offense going in a conference that's not exactly known for explosive offenses. So
it's entirely possible that Washington goes 8-4 next year, but Will Rogers could also have 4,000 yards in that 8-4 season. So
there we go. Here's a huge one.
Yep.
My MHJ and Trayvon Henderson being offered deals equivalent to a first-round draft pick in terms of money by Ohio State, supposedly, to come back. That's the rumor.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on this? I thought that was interesting.
I mean,
if you're if you're Marvin Harrison Jr., and Trayvon Henderson, does this entice you to come back? I know today, after that news came out, kind of ironically, Marvin Harrison spoke about, him getting ready for the NFL draft, and he said, I give up. I can't remember if it was. He said, I give up all my accolades to beat that team up north. So, do you think if Ohio State, because it's rumored that Ohio State's going to get Cam Ward, do you think Ohio State getting Cam Ward and offering them this money gets Marvin Harrison to come back?
Well, my question is, would he rather do that and possibly fight for a national championship with Cam Ward, or would he rather go to New England or Arizona or Washington, which those are the teams that are in that spot, maybe even Chicago, but I don't think Chicago would take a wide receiver number one.
Steph's like, no, I hope not.
He's projected actually, no, Chicago's at 5, so they're projected top 5 pick. That's what he is. I mean, would he rather do that or go to a poorly run organization that's gonna not use him the right way, probably more often than not? So I don't know. It's whatever he thinks his priorities are. I mean, I think I'm sure Ohio State fans would love to see that. I'm not sure Michigan fans would be exactly happy to see him back again, probably, but you know what I mean? But it would be insane if that was a way, if this happened with what they're offering. That's something I don't think anyone would see coming with NIL offering that much money to keep players in college football for another year, right? Instead of letting them leave and go to the NFL. You know what I mean? That's this would be a huge deal and a huge momentum change.
Wow.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
You're okay. You went on a tear and I just wanted to watch it go. So, man, it just comes down to, at this point, 2 questions. One, is the money guaranteed? Because we've seen with NIL stuff already,
that fall through.
Well, players will come under promises of, this much money or whatever, and then, they find out that, if I'm not actively playing snaps, I don't get the money, and that's not saying like, oh, well, they weren't good enough so they don't get the money. It's no, if they're gassed, they'll get like a percentage, or if they're like injured or something, or if they, don't really have to play the full game against Grambling State or something like that, they don't get their full amount. And that's, it's that actually Stefan brings up the point that I was going to bring up. So rookie contracts are 4 years of financial security. Yep. Yeah, what happens if you come back to college and then you snap your leg?
Yeah.
And then you don't get your NIL money, and now you're a question mark on draft day. It's something to consider.
And my thing with this is, the only person I could see coming back for this would be Trayvon Henderson, for the main fact that running backs aren't as valued in the NFL draft as
very good point.
So,
yes.
Like Trayvon Henderson, I believe right now is listed as the number 1 back in the NFL draft. But guess where he slotted to get drafted? Yes.
I thought it was Jonathan. I thought Jonathan Brooks, despite his
no. Travion Henderson is now the number one, and where he's slotted to go, 3rd round. So I mean, I think
the days of taking a running back in this 1st or 2nd round are completely gone at this point. I think.
Yeah, I think Travion Henderson. I could see him being the only one of these 2 guys coming back.
Yeah, because I mean, while he's a QB, Stroud, and I don't think that the money would be this equal to this, but Stroud's deal as the number 2 overall was 4 years, $36.2 million for his rookie contract. Obviously, that'd be different for a wide receiver, but I think most draft slots usually have a specific number that they will usually meet or be at anyway. So per year, so like it's probably $8 million or something per year, which that sounds about right.
And so if this NIL deal is as rock solid as what they would get if they went to the NFL, then the question is just, do you want to spend another year in college? I mean, that's not hard. It's just weighing how much you want. Do I think they're going to take it? Maybe, but I don't think they will. I think they'll go to the league and get their money. Yeah, I think that's a smart move. So what are we talking about next?
So next up we got Dillon Gabriel. It looks like he's going to go to Oregon.
This dude's been around for like
he's Bo Nix. This is his 7th year of college.
Bo Nix 2.0.
Bo Nix 2.0. Oh God,
that's how crazy this is. Dillon Gabriel is heading into his 6th or 7th year of college football. He was a true senior last year. So
he can sling the ball.
Yeah,
he's good at it.
Sounds like Oklahoma ran him out of town.
I don't think so.
No. Like that's what every Oklahoma person is reporting.
Is he left-handed?
Yeah, he is.
Why?
Wow.
Because they have a 5-star quarterback in Jackson Arnold, and when Dillon Gabriel got hurt later on in the year, Arnold played more and more and more, and the staff wants to give him the keys to the
Ferrari.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
didn't Oregon recruit Dillon Gabriel?
That's a question for our resident person who's not here.
Yeah. Oh, the guy that we moved these to the
9 o'clock.
We moved these to try and get him in here, and he's not here.
Wild.
Thanks, Lucas.
Right,
we really appreciate it. Let's just move on.
Yeah, we can move on from this. That's not a bad spot for him.
You guys have already talked about Notre Dame and stuff. VT, the biggest news for VT is who they're losing, unfortunately. They're losing starting tight end, a depth wide receiver, a starting cornerback who transferred to them last year from Georgia Southern, who played really well and is transferring out again, probably to move on. But the big news.
One more thing I want to talk about because we didn't talk about this guy.
As you interrupted.
Sorry, Connor.
What's the big news, Connor?
Yeah.
No, the big news is just that we're keeping Antoine Powell-Ryland, who.
Oh no! Anyway, last week.
he tied for the ACC record in sacks, or not record, but ACC lead in sacks last year for this season. So, keeping him on for another year is good. That'll help with defense that led the ACC in sacks. So that'll definitely help.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What you got?
Final guy we'll talk about, and then we'll end it there. Ollie Gordon, arguably the best running back in college football, led all of FBS in rushing, has entered the portal, leaving Oklahoma State. Doesn't have any preferred landing spots as of right now, but a guy that I'm sure tons of teams will look to add. me and Lucas were both kind of shocked by this news, but what are you guys' thoughts on this? And what are some spots you think Ollie Gordon would go?
I didn't watch a single Oklahoma State football game.
He averaged damn near 200 yards a game rushing. That's how good this guy is.
Oh, man.
Look at that stiff arm as the dude bounced off the ground.
Oh, look at that cut.
And the explosiveness as well.
He could come to Kentucky any day. He really could.
Yeah, Kentucky gonna drop that NIL bag.
No, man. He reminds me of Boom Williams.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. I like that. Of these runs that I've seen so far.
He's got the best.
Yeah. And he's coming from a run-heavy offense.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not. I could see him in Arkansas, too.
So to speak, he carried Oklahoma State this year.
I mean, he's also carrying defenders right there. But, yeah.
Oof.
Look at that. Here, let me just put my shoulder into you. Here, hold that.
Look at that little jump
over. Two guys at once.
Right.
Like,
wait, go back. Go
back.
back.
Down.
Oh, here we go. He just jumped right between the two of them.
And then did you see him slow down? He's just like,
he
what?
slowed down at the goal line. He's like, y'all really not going to chase me?
I think it was, I'm not sure if there was like time left on the game or something. It probably was, but.
Oh. I like this guy at Notre Dame, man.
I should have watched him play. Look at this.
Hold on. Hold up. Just like a grown man amongst kids. I haven't really watched this kid, but I missed out.
He's still going. What?
Like,
that is nuts.
Oh my God. And you know the fluidity with which he moves? He doesn't lose momentum when he takes time to cut.
No. So that's, I mean, we're only watching highlights here.
Yeah.
But still, just to see what we're seeing here, it's not crazy big holes. He's just jumping through
and running around people. Like there are defenders in these highlights that have perfect angles to take him down, and
did you see that?
Yeah.
He just
one hand snag that on the
Oh yeah, pass. Here, let me execute this screen really well and beat three guys so we get an extra 20 yards.
You guys can't block for me. That's fine.
Look at this. Yeah, just always falling forward. He's just missed arm tackle in the backfield, run over two guys.
There's not been a single play where we've seen him go backwards at all. Like,
well, these are highlights.
Oh my God.
Well, I know even with highlights, but even still, like, there's not
keeps
even
legs moving. Doesn't go down.
Dude, no, his legs don't stop moving.
No, look at this. I like this.
This is impressive. I really think. I think he might be the best back in the portal. We've watched Etienne and Sanders, but this kid, yeah. I mean, he's probably going.
That was really good blocking.
So, I like it. But where do you guys think he could go?
Where do I think he could go? Yeah. Who needs a big physical back?
Everybody.
Like who needs a? I mean, where could you see him doing well? South Carolina.
I think, selfishly, I think Notre Dame would be a perfect spot for him. Losing Estime. But I don't.
You got Love. You got you have people who will start.
Jeremiah Love will probably.
He's such a different body type to Estime too. Estime is like a big bruiser. This guy's just like all speed and flash.
Well, no. Have you? Say that. It's just like,
he's bustling through people. I don't think he can just say he's all speed.
I'll fully admit, whatever we're watching, however you're showing me this, Ryan, is terrible because I'm missing the majority of the play.
Only because of your laptop. That's a skill issue, brother.
You got to upgrade that skill.
Skill issue because it's my laptop.
Yeah, it's your laptop, it's your hardware, bro. All right, I think we can go on and wrap this up, guys. We
got our W.
Connor mocked us. Connor mocked us before we came on and said, "Oh, we're just going to be talking about the transfer portal." So what? That's going to be a
20 minutes.
show.
We spent an hour and 10.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So you know what it is. You see the banner down below. It's W Energy time. That's right. This podcast is not brought to you by. It's just merely partnered with W Energy. W Energy is a clean, efficient way to get your energy, honestly. It's powdered. There are no artificial dyes, no artificial sweeteners or anything like that. This is just natural flavor, good flavor. I mean, they work hard out there at W. So tell you what, guys, if you guys go to w.gg, that's their website, w.gg. They even have an app that you can download on your phone. And it is the W app. And you can order this stuff right on the app or right online and use code WEEK0 at checkout for 10% off your entire order. It's WEEK0 for 10% off your entire order at w.gg or the W app.
If you're still here, buy a crap ton of W.
Yes, please.
Man, brother, just get a starter pack and try it. It is
tired.
It's fantastic. Yeah, Phil needs some. Phil definitely needs some.
That's probably why Phil is not here.
He's probably napping.
Sleeping.
He's asleep. Okay,
hey man, he works hard.
So the final regular season game of the season is Army Navy this Saturday. AKA,
I feel like we should do a live reaction to that.
AKA the battle of the best uniforms every year, bar none. The uniforms these guys come out with every year are gorgeous. I know we used to do the whole thing with best uniforms of the week. We did that like 2 years ago or like a year ago. But unfortunately, I will be working because I work weekends, so I will not be able to do that if you guys do a live reaction. But I will be there in solidarity watching you guys. So Ryan, Josh, why don't you do that? That'd be kind of cool. But then
I'm going to be selling Christmas trees, brother.
Selling Christmas trees.
Then Tuesday, we will be doing our full bowl mania pick'ems, correct? Is that Tuesday?
Yes.
Tuesday stream, 43 games, 40 bowls. No, 44 games actually, because
Tuesday will be our Bowl Mania show. Thursday.
Hold on, guys. I gotta put it on. There we go.
No, actually,
the Bowl Pick'ems King is back.
Because you had the best overall last year.
So no, Connor.
Even though you still lost overall.
You got it wrong. You're reporting false information. I should fire you for that, Connor. But no, so Thursday will be the Bowl show. For the pure fact that Lucas can't do Tuesdays, can do Thursdays, even though he couldn't do this Thursday. But we will be doing it Thursday. Tuesday will be another kind of just chill show where we'll talk about any news going on in college football.
Talk about Army Navy being the perfect encapsulation of college football at its purest essence.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially if it's snowing in New England, because when Army Navy plays in the snow, that is just what college football and football in general is. It's just watching that.
No,
it's always so special. That's a game that I would love to be able to go to in person.
All right, take us out, Connor.
Okay, so for Josh, for Ryan, I am Tom.